Welcome to the first episode of Russell Reacts. I was watching this video today, and it really caught my attention because it touched me in the most sincere place in my outlook on black culture, the black community, and specifically how the black popular culture has become the dominant appearance in the black community, overriding the masses of black people who are good, family, loving, caring people who just want to get up, go to work, take care of their family, build a retirement, buy a home, and leave and find love, life, pursuit of happiness, leave something for the next generation. That's most black people, but popular culture would have you believe that the only thing that is the focal point of black culture is the violation of black people towards another black people, the violence of black people towards another black person, how that is okay, how that is expected, how that is normalized, and then also how we identify more with the perpetrator than the victim. This is crazy to me. We identify more with the perpetrator than the victim. And for me, the victim never really came into clear view until I lost somebody very, very close to me. I lost a sibling, not to violence, but I know grief. And so whenever I hear about a person passing, my immediate reaction goes to that person's family. And then in the black pop culture, the attention goes to King Von, how he was a killer. And I'm not throwing anybody's name out there because I don't know these people like that. I just know stories that I've seen on the internet. So the idolization of the perpetrator is what this video is talking about. So check it out and see what your thoughts are.
Don't thumb your nose in these people. So that's why I hate the hypocrisy of the hip hop world culture, because they uplift the killers and they never make reference to the victims.
Yeah.
Never.
Never. Yeah.
From Vlad TV, he put, man, everybody got their chest stuck out about who they done hurt, what pain they done caused.
Yeah.
And not a portion of no proceeds, not even a portion of the interview is directed or even say, hey, I just want to take the time to apologize. Nobody's done that. I hardly see that anywhere.
Right.
So that's my beef with Boosie and everybody else who propagate and promotes the cycle of violence, not just in the black culture and the hip hop culture.
All right. So you heard what he said. I'm going to take it a little bit deeper than that, man. Black Lives Matter was a big part of the last 4 or 5 years as far as the evolution of this country, the direction that the pendulum has swung. Things are extremely left leaning right now. And the more left that it goes, I stand still, the farther right that I go. And so when we talk about black victimhood, even black victimhood when it comes to black on black violence is ignored, as opposed to violence perpetrated on black people by law enforcement or a member of any authoritative group. But if you think about it, you only really hear those ambulance chasers, and I'm not going to call anyone specifically out because I've followed a lot of them throughout the years, and I just now have got to a point where this is ridiculous because I lived in Chicago for a long time, and when you see every weekend 20, 30 people murdered, and then your son lives in Chicago and your son goes to school in the inner city. He didn't go to school in the inner city for a bunch of years, but he went for a year or two in the inner city, and that was enough. That was enough. We got him up out of there. But the point is that when the police kill somebody, they get the attention that they rightly deserve. They rightly deserve. I have a history in ministry. And so I was a youth pastor at a church back in Illinois, and Sandra Bland was one of my young people. God bless her soul. And so you're not talking to a person who doesn't have a frame of reference where this has touched him personally. Definitely, I was out in Los Angeles marching for Sandra Bland. I was out in Los Angeles marching for Breonna Taylor. I was out in Los Angeles marching for... God, the brother's name escapes me. But anyway, I was out there. I was out there demonstrating. And then I started digging into Black Lives Matter and what Black Lives Matter's charter statement was. And ultimately, it's about the dissolving of the nuclear family as we know it in the black community. And I say in American society. And they were a lie. They were con artists. They had absolutely no interest in black lives. Let me tell you why. And this is very near and dear to me because Black Lives Mattering is very important to me. But they should say in their charter, Black Lives Matter only when police are the perpetrators. I got to say that again. They should say Black Lives Matter only when police are the perpetrators. And every time I hear Black Lives Matter, I throw up because I know it's a lie. They don't care about black people. They don't care about black people. They may care about the black LGBTQ community, which I have nothing against. My sister who went to heaven was part of that community, so I know a lot of people in that community. But as a whole, as a culture, that community has bled into the dominant culture, and dare I say the culture, not the sexual preference, because as long as you love who you love and they're making you happy, that's all I care about. But when the chartering a statement for that organization, which was started by LGBTQ women, when it specifically states that it wants to dismantle the nuclear family as we know it, I already know that this is that we've been hoodwinked. Malcolm X said we've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray. Farrakhan said we are a deceived people, and we are a deceived people because we identify more with the perpetrator of black on black crime as opposed to the victim. If we were to raise hell in the black community as much as we did when the police are the perpetrators, that would require us to focus our attention on the perpetrators and give them perpetrators who look exactly just like you, just like your brother, your cousin, your aunt, or your uncle. It would require us to put them on Front Street. It would require us to. And that's too much work. That appears to be too much work. And so all the way around in the black dominant culture, we have been identifying with the perpetrator. One, by letting off the perpetrator when they kill black people, by ignoring the fact and just normalizing it. And then free Pookie, free Ray Ray. and then we support all of these people as far as music. We make them icons and idols in our community. And then you got Megan Thee Stallion at Kamala Harris's. What a disgrace. Megan Thee Stallion at Kamala Harris's coming out celebration. I don't get it. And honestly, the more the time goes on, the farther right that I'm moving. And I officially, this specific election cycle, have left the Democratic Party. And I don't know which way I'm going to vote. I don't know. And the reason I don't know is because I don't identify with 95% of what the Democratic Party is pushing. And where have black folks historically voted as a block with the Democratic Party? And so my whole worldview has changed. And I now am identifying with things that make sense. What makes sense? Giving the victim the attention that they deserve, and the attention that the victim deserves, specifically when it comes to black on black crime, it's going to require the black community to hold the victim or the perpetrator accountable. It's going to require that. That's the only way that you're going to give the victim justice, is to address the perpetrator, whether that's the police, damn straight, whether that's the police or whether that is Pookie or Ray Ray shooting up the block, shooting up the party. I don't give a damn. We need to start identifying with the victim. I want my granddaughter to be able to walk down the street safely. I want my son, who's almost 20 years old, to not have to worry about the next black man in the black community. I want him to be comfortable, loving, caring, kind towards his own people. And the black dominant culture makes that very hard, because the celebration of it is with the perpetrator. I hope that makes sense. This is my rant for the day. I kind of went all over the place, but that's fine. This is my second YouTube channel posting and my first reaction video. So maybe this won't even make it on air. We'll see. But I appreciate you taking the time out to listen to your boy, man. I'm really trying to pivot in my life, and being able to speak out about things that I'm so passionately about is something that is important for me in order to make that pivot. So I appreciate you. Like, subscribe, share. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you want to see more content like this. I am full of rants and raves and rage against the machine all at the same time. So I appreciate you. This is Russell. Like, subscribe, share. Peace.